Okay, so few months ago, I had made a video on Arch Linux installation. Well, that time I had used Arch file, and people were not really satisfied because I went too beginner friendly way. That's not a case for which I made this project. Well, this is kind of interesting. This is fun, and this is fun to work with. This is a good scope for beginners to stay on the command line and do these fun steps and get better with CLIs. CLIs stand for command line interfaces. So this is basically a project I'm working on for not more than 3 days, and it's kind of good and well till now. Well, so this project focuses on giving you some scripts to install Arch the easy way. Yep, and the thing that happened here is that I was installing Arch Linux one day, and I was just wandering around. I just wanted a setup, a script that could do all the stuff I write, I manually do for installing. Well, they should be done in a script. Let's do it in a script. So that will be even good for beginners who don't want to mess with so many commands, though they don't want to remember so many commands. Now, why not use Arch or Archfy or Anarchy installer? Then why not? This is kind of fun. If you proceed with me through this video, I will show you how fun it is. So first, let's launch Arch Linux VM. I'm using VirtualBox for this. I'm making a new VM. Here I would go to here I would give it 1.1 GB, and here I would type Arch, so it will automatically detect it. So as you can see that it has detected, and yeah, it's quite popular. So 1024 MB, well, not really. We would give a bit more, though the minimum requirements are pretty good. Here you do not. Here we are creating a virtual hard disk now. Let's create. Cannot create. The folder already exists. Okay. Do not add a virtual hard disk. Well, how to do this? One sec. Okay. So the thing is that the last virtual machine was also Arch. So let's call it Arch Linux. Now that's pretty much done. Let's create. I am giving this 25 GB virtual disk image, and all the settings are okay. Now first of all, you need an ISO, and for that you have to just go to this website. I have given the link, and here you just download the ISO from your preferred server. Now let's go down here and go to settings. These are for only VirtualBox users. If you are on a real hardware, then actually you can just insert a pen drive and do all the stuff. Then I will just add a disk here. Here I will choose this ISO, and this will be our disk, boot disk. I will even do increase the video graphics a bit, just like to max it out, or maybe just keep it 99. And now we will start the virtual machine. So here okay, we will just start it. Arch install media, switch. Yep. Capture. Okay, so it is basically booting, and it will boot. We can just meet after boot. Let's pause this. So here we are. This is the ISO boot, and what we need to do is first connect to the internet. Now if you are on an Ethernet, then it should happen automatically. If you are on Wi-Fi, I have given the instructions here. And if you are on a virtual machine like me, then the internet should always be connected. For checking the internet, we can just do this. So our internet is working now. Now we follow these commands there. First we will just update the repositories, sudo pacman. That's what we do now. So now sudo pacman as git, and what else did they say? Okay, so they just told us to install git here. Could not unrecognized archive format. Okay, 1 second, let's see. rmrf. I'm doing this in front of you so that you all can do this if this problem occurs to you. It mostly doesn't, sometimes it does. Now let's do an sy. Now try it. Not happening. Let's see. So what we need to do is we need to fetch a middle list, or should we let's see, wget. I guess wget is installed. We can't, we would use curl instead, no problem. archlinux.org mirror list ls. Nothing happened. mirror. Yeah, let's see, cat mir. Okay, so let's go to the mirror list generator. Here it is, the pacman mirror list generator. Here, let's generate the list. This address should be copied. Now I have to manually type this address. Oh god, I don't know how long should it take. Sometimes this error occurs, mostly because your ISO is old. Country all, and I'm just typing this again and coming down. Okay, so this is kind of done. I have typed this out manually. It was really kind of boring, but yeah, what can we do? Suppose we just give it and just store it in a file. Now that's our mirror list. Now I forgot a major thing. I don't know how, but yeah. So the thing is that we had to do this in an EFI system, and I didn't enable EFI for the BIOS. Yup, we have to leave this. You have to close this VM. No. First, let's power off this. Then go to settings and enable EFI. Yup. So basically the thing I forgot to tell you, that this scripts only work on EFI BIOS, UEFI. And to be honest, really, I can't really just know. I will surely add support for legacy ones, BIOS ones. But yeah, we have written in the points to note that first it installs the base add system. Oh, I forgot to change this. It only supports UEFI boot. Yeah, that's correct, and it of course needs internet. So this will boot till now. Again, I will do the steps and then meet you. So yeah, I did the steps again. Yeah, that's kind of dumb. So I've done this. Now what I can do is, let's just go. We need to just check this file out. etc pacman d mirror list. So yeah, now let's exit this. Well, what we will do is we will just delete this file, and then what we do is cp mir etc pacman d mirror list. Okay, so now let's update this. Oh, okay, so we need to again update that file, and I will go to the India server. So here you have to just uncomment which server you have to choose. So I will go for India. I guess the worldwide servers were giving some problem. This is the priority one, and let's just uncomment these servers. Okay, so done. Now this should happen. Yeah. Oh, this is working fine. So this video will be kind of long, kind of a stream, because I do mistakes too, and some YouTubers, what they do is they just cut their mistakes out. See, this is working now. Now I want you to see that all the errors I face, if you are also facing, then I want to help you with that. Done. Now that's again done. Now let's just do git clone and my repo github.com go god coder. That's kind of flex of god coder and all. Okay, so that's done. We have got it. Let's cd into that repo. Yeah, nice. So now what we need to do is we need to see the readme. So first of all, after connecting to the internet, we will change the directory. Okay, now this says setup script. So the first one, which is the zero setup script. Well, for that, we basically do this. We basically, if you want a different layout, different keyboard layout, for me, English US is perfect. But if you want some other layout, then you can just give it here, and I don't want that. So the setup script is, the first one is not really useful to me. The second one, for that we need to make some partitions, which is cf disk. We will make some partitions. This is where people just get confused sometimes. I'm showing you this. Then GPT, we will go with GPT. Let's just full screen this. Yeah, why is this message always showing? Okay, switch. Oh no. Okay, yeah, so this is what it happens. And yeah, just we will give a new partition. We will make a new partition. This tool is pretty awesome. Let's do it 512 MB. This is our EA5 partition. Then we have make another new partition, which I will use for swap space, which is 4 GB. Then I will give new another partition, and the partition will be my root one, my root directory, where my system will be stored. So 512 MB EA5 system partition, 4 GB, which is the swap partition, and the rest of the space, which is my system partition. Now let's just change the types. For the first one, I will just select the EA5 system partition, and the second one, well, I choose Linux swap, and the last one I just take it as file system. Now right, okay, the partition table has been written. So we have made our partitions. It's not as easy it was. Now we will just run our script bash. Yeah, this setup. Now they are asking me that so basically now we have to enter that what to do here. They have given us a warning if we have made our partitions. So yeah, we have made our partitions. So let's continue. Now select, they told us to select the partition for EFI. Now my partition, as you saw in CF disk, was dev SDA1, and your may be different, which we had. This is the partition we had given 512 MB2. This one dev SDA3, We have SDA2, which was the swap space, and the next one is dev SDA3. So done. Now they have formatted our partitions, and that was it. Now the next thing we will do is bash 2. This is the base install script. This is the whole install script that will install Linux on our system, the base Linux, the base packages. So that this may take some time, and yeah, it was as you can see, the thing is very easy, pretty much easy. It's not much of trouble, it's not much of that haphazard. And we have even proceeded to install Arch, which is a long step if we just go through other manually. Then the next ones are for the system installations. Well, let's for the time being, let's just look at the readme here. So I have given all the instructions here, that what to make and how to make. Then I have shown this the second script here, then the base install and activate the do nothing mode. Yeah, so we don't really do anything here. See, it's automatically installing. Not automatically, we have given the script from background, but yeah, you don't have to do something. So here is the post install script. Well, that's the most important script, I guess. So let's pause this. Okay, so the installs are nearly done. Yeah, so that may be pretty much that, and the base install will be done. Now this video is intended to show you how to do this. Well, the readme is quite self-informative, but still some people still need the guide. Like, you can't walk without a guide always. And if you think that I will just leave you with the base install as I have written in the first, well, I forgot to change that readme. Well, no, I will show you how to install a desktop environment here, or whatever stuff here that you want, extra stuff, and that will be pretty much fun. Okay, so now they are installing the Linux, and then they will install the Linux firmware, and that's pretty much done for their side. And this is pretty interesting to see. I just like to see, I don't know why, I just like this thing, just like seeing at these. And you see, it's so easy. Only the partitioning part can be a bit hard, but I don't think after the video it will be anything hard, or reading the readme, because you see, it's kind of just giving you options. Well, if you want to do this or this, you can just type the stuff up, and you have to do lesser stuff than you are installing other Arch based distros or Debian based distros. So that is a plus point, big one. So Arch made easier than Ubuntu and Manjaro and Fedora. These installers are pretty easy. They take some seconds. I have heard about the Ubuntu Ubiquiti installer, and I guess that's good. So we have entered to root of our system. Now the thing has been done. Now you see, it was kind of easy. Now, one thing I would like to tell you, that here we have no packages in our base system. So here we have to again just not sudo. Here we have to just again install git and nano and other stuff if you want manually. So we will just install this. As you saw, it was not installed already. That was pretty much not so good. Okay, so it's done. Now let's do git clone. Again, we are cloning the repository. Well, I guess I could add more commands to just copy those scripts in the file, so that we don't have to do this extra stuff. Let's see. Again, we are just cloning the repository. Done. My internet is showing magics today. Normally it doesn't work well. So then we need this script number 3, which is the post based script. And there, now this is some tricky part. Well, you have to set your time zone here, and I know my time zone, which is in Asia. It's in Kolkata, Asia, Kolkata, as I live in India. So I have given this. Now you should know your time zone. It can be in Arctic, it can be in Antarctica. It can, okay, Antarctica. I have given the spelling wrong. Then there is Atlantic. Then there is Europe. Well, mine is Asia. So that's what it will do, and pretty easy. Then it will generate the locale. It is asking for the computer name. Let me give this arch, and here J. Password. Here they are asking the root password, the main user password, root password. Suppose I give this password. Now they are asking for the user's password, which is J. So the two packages, so the two passwords were given. You have to retype them. Now sudo. Let's proceed with this, and that will be pretty much done for our base Arch installation. Okay, so they will install this again. No problem, not a problem. So it will take some time to install grub. By then I'm just pausing the video. So it's showing me that installation finished. No error reported. Now yes, now install this too, and it does stuff on its own. We don't need much commands, we just need some prompts. We have some prompts which they will ask us, and that's done. That's all you get. Okay, so this is done. I hope this is done. Yeah, so they are again installing Git and Nano. They are basically they are installing Nano, and then they are doing the base devel packages which are needed for AUR builds, and they will install Ye here. So Ye is an AUR helper that you know about AUR helpers. They kind of fetch packages from the AUR, which is one of the largest repository connections of the Linux world. It's the largest. Now that's done. Now they are installing Ye. No problem. I'm just okay. What happened? Running make packages root is not allowed. As it can cause permanent catastrophic damage. So Ye was not really installed well. So yeah, we should. Yes. So what they did basically was stopped our Ye installation, as we can't really do it from root. Let's see, because we are in a root environment for now. Make package. Okay, so it's not allowing. Anyway, our base system is installed. Well, I will just fix that from there. What I will do is now I will fix the instructions a bit. And now what we need to do is first we are not going to just do the drivers file, because that uses EA, and if we do this, then it will not happen because EA is not yet installed. What I will do is I will straight up go for the exit file, which is this one, number 5. I will just change the index a bit. So first of all, I have to just edit the 5 exit file before. Well, I will just put shutdown here because I'm on a virtual machine. So basically if I reboot, then it will boot from the same ISO, which I have to remove. Let's shut down now. Now exit this system. Now we will just do this, exit 5, exit, yeah. You mount MNT, okay. No, so we have to just exit ch root, which is exit. So we have come to our ISO again. Now we are executing the script. Done. Installation done. Reboot, yeah, we are shut downing the system basically, so they will shut down. That's how you install Arch. It's the base system now, and it's pretty much easy. It was easier than people can even think of. So that's done, base Arch. Now you see, oh nice, so we have Arch Linux in our system running. Our grub, well, we rebooted. Did we save it basically because it rebooted? Well, no problem. If it's fine, it's fine. Let's boot into Arch and see what happening. It should be pretty fast. Arch boot, though it's a 1 GB RAM system, so performance issues will be there. Even on a what can run on 1 GB today? Okay, so let's join. Okay, so I gave wrong names. I forgot my own username. So done. You can see we are in a TTY. And this is our system base installation. Now don't be scared here. Let's see. Let's do an ls. Didn't we do git clone? Okay, so we have to again do git clone. We are cloning this too many times, just too many times. Not really good. Wait 1 second. Okay, so we can just move out of this. Just move out of this and ls. Again move out of this, ls. So here is our easy arcs setup. Let's just do this. Let's just copy everything from easy art setup to this one, home j. That's what we will do here. Easy art setup. Oh no, bro. Let's do this. Yeah, so that's done. Now we again just go to our root, and if we do an ls, we can see our folder is here. Nice. Now we can just do another ls, and now we will do install the drivers. First we will install ye, and for that we again need to just cd into that directory ye git, and just make package si. So I will probably add this this ye installation in that thing. So its sudo is working for us. Nice. Now we will just add that thing, the ye installation in that drivers file, and that's all we should do. So this will install go on our system basically, and won't take much time probably. Yeah, so ye was installed, and we could just use ye without sudo, which is ye s and -s. Then we could install neofetch. Well, I could see my current usage, what the base arch takes. So you could also see what the base arch takes. I could even take stop, but I won't run stop here now. um, stop, let's just do it. We can just mark the system resources a bit. Now let's see what neofetch shows us. Yeah, okay, so system is taking 77 MB out of 961 MB. That's pretty much nothing. Now we have to just do the drivers file. Bash, no, let's just get out of here. Now bash drivers, sorry, the 4 script drivers.sh. Proceed with installation. Yes, the first one they will give the basic drivers, very basic ones. These were very small packages, small and basic. Then they are asking AMD or Intel. Well, AMD. Then they are installing the ucode microcode one, AMD. Now audio video drivers by AMD, Intel, Nvidia or VirtualBox. I will press V because of VirtualBox. And yeah, I'll just press Y here. That's it, we are nearly done with our Arch install. Well, not nearly, we are basically done. We are just getting the external drivers a bit. Not really, we are not fully done. For some we won't be fully done, but for some who just want to just get base Arch and run the stuff on it, well, we are done. And those who want those desktop environments or WMs with them, for them, well, some stuff are still left. So these are the audio drivers needed. Nice. So we are done with our Arch installation. And what we will do now is get a desktop environment. Well, you can get KDE, you can get GNOME, you can get XFCE from our scripts, which will have everything ready for you. I picked the famous ones, which are LXDE, Mate, Cinnamon. Where is Cinnamon? Okay, I forgot. Okay, so this GNOME one, well, I forgot to change it to Cinnamon. There are 2 GNOMEs now. And Awesome WM, which is the awesome window manager. And then there is macOS. If you don't know macOS, well, stay tuned. I will introduce it from the next video. Well, just understand that the desktop I am using, it's on Awesome window manager, but it's called macOS, my config. Let's just get GNOME here. No, not GNOME. Let's get XFCE here because it's light on resources. So just bash XFCE install.sh. I will just install the whole system, get everything's ready, get our arms ready. So first it will install all the exoc stuff. That will be installed in a few, won't take long. Nearly done. That's kind of nearly done. After doing this, okay, so they're still doing it. No problem. Let it do the stuff. Okay, so they are asking us, so we will just go with default for everything. Yes. We get these stuff that ask for Firefox. We will get Firefox. Then we will get our own codecs. Well, this script contains of the codecs that are needed, my audio video codecs, so that you can just hear the sound and all. It supports formats, and that will be installed in a few seconds. So the last one is a bit okay, so it's Firefox, not quite surprising. Nearly done. Yeah, they are done. They are again yet done. And Firefox I'm doing because you need a basic web browser, right? When you are just booting into it, you don't want an empty system. You just need a web browser at the first, at least, and the terminal and all that can be arranged. And the terminal, well, with the desktop environments you get their preferred terminal, and for the WMs, well, I have given Kitty terminal, which is a pretty much great terminal for according to me. I still use Kitty, and it's kind of featureful and all. You might have seen me using Terminator in the old videos, but that's old stuff. Kitty is kind of my favorite. Now they are telling us those XFCE ones. So XFCE is a small desktop environment, nothing much. Nearly done. Thing I like about XFCE and all, that they are pretty light. They are almost as light as thin paper back chalk, but yeah, they are pretty much light. I light DM, and we are, as I said, of light. Well, it reminded me that we are using light DM here. This is the light display manager. So now it is also installing the PAMAC manager for beginners who need the PAMAC GUI. So it will take some time now. Some dependencies to install. And we will go with difference as none here. And why? I'm just pausing this because it will take some time. Still compiling. So you would leave in the comments that how this installation went for you, if you tried this, and if it helped you. Literally made this for beginners so that beginners can learn. Well, everybody says Arch is hard to install. Well, I feel it's not hard to install. Basically, it has too many stuff of commands that you have to do manually, and that's why people think it's hard to install. Some are scared of terminal, but some like terminal, but they don't like those manual commands. So those who like terminal or want to experience the terminal, well, this installation is for them. And those who don't like terminal, they don't want terminal, well, you can follow my previous Arch installation video, whose link will be in the description. I used Arch 5 there. It's really a commendable work, the Arch 5 one. Let's see. And after the installation, I will go to the source code. So those who don't want to just install, there is nothing to see in the source code. It's basically the Arch installation scripts again and again. Now it has gone blank. Now don't just be scared, because this is normal. I had just given a reboot for this, and it is starting the display manager from where we boot into our system. That will take some time. Obviously, it's a 1 GB RAM machine. You run XFCE here, you run WMs here. It will be kind of slow. The display, the boot timing at least. So no more option than to wait. I have given just 2 less RAM because I'm myself short on RAM. Sorry, I opened this by mistake. So yeah, it showed me some error that failed to start light display manager. I have to fix this, or I have to change light DM with some other stuff. Let's see. I know how to fix this basically. No, exit. What happened? Okay, so basically I need to fix this. So what I need to do is let's just shut down this. So this is the best way to troubleshoot whenever you are there. In first we go to settings, not actually settings, cancel. So we just started, we just boot into a live ISO UFI. So here we go to boot manager, and here we boot another live ISO, here CD-ROM. So this one, and it will boot again. I have to fix this. For now I just need the system running. Well, don't be scared. This is something that can happen. I tried in a virtual machine the GNOME and KDE one, but I didn't basically try this Light DM one. I couldn't get it to work, but yeah, this time I will. I'm sure I will. I guess some dependencies need to be installed. Well, I will add that in the script. No problem. Nothing to be get scared of. Don't really know why LightDM fails. Well, I might switch to LXDM for now. So first of all, sudo no, first I will mount my system, which is my existing system is DA3, and here MNT. Okay, so I mounted it. Now arch chroot MNT. So we just chroot, we have just changed our root to our directory, and this is the best way of solving solving your system if it's broken or something. Now we have entered. Now yes, LXDM. Okay. So it will just resolve the dependencies. Yeah, LXDM, which is pretty lightweight, and I will just systemctl. I will just disable that one. Systemctl disable LightDM and enable LXDM. Enable LXDM. Okay, now we can just exit from this live ISO and maybe reboot. That will again take us to our Arch Linux. You know, some of those YouTubers who skip these steps, they don't show it. But I like to show every problem I face, because I might facing the same problem you are facing too, and that's an easy solution. Let's see this. I hope it works. It should work. Yeah, it's working. It's working. Nice. So we have our display manager ready. Well, I know it's kind of ugly, but no problem. Not a problem for me. Gee. Okay, so why did this not log in? Okay, so what is happening? Okay, accept C session. Let's choose this. J. Okay, so it's booting up. So we have to change the session a bit. I guess I didn't configure it. No problem. Not a problem. So this is our Arch Linux. Pretty nice, isn't it? XFCE can look a bit dull by default, but it's an excellent desktop environment, to be honest. If you just can mess out and customize it, well, you will just see it so good. And you can see it's so light on RAM. It's taking 261 MB out of 961 MB. It's 1 GB, and it works fine in 1 GB. It works smooth and fine. Close window. Yeah, here it gives us the web browser. The web browser will surely take some time. It's not as optimized at KDE, but yeah, you don't usually just use a web browser or do some web browsing in a 1 GB RAM. Well, who uses 1 GB RAM machines? But yeah, this was the Arch installation video. Now if you want to get a lighter system, you can do my awesome WM setup, and that's all. Let's just close this thing up, close this, yeah, close tabs. It's kind of unresponsive kind of while doing stuff. Well, quite expected, but as you could see, we could just install. Now what we can do to get a lighter system, I mean lighter than the lightest, what we can do is first we go to our directory, and then we can bash awesome install. We can just get our awesome configs ready. J. Then we will log out from the system and enter WM, window manager. It's nearly done. Let's see. Resolving dependency. It's kind of slow with GUI, but no problem. Not a major problem, to be honest. And you can see that how easily it was set up and easily it was installed. Not at all some Google stuff. Done. Nice. The dependencies got installed properly and quickly. So pretty much this. I would like to stream this and talk with you guys, but my RAM or stuff ain't just enough, and I don't think I can stream with Kazam. I tried to stream one time and my computer nearly crashed. Even with Linux, well, streaming is kind of a high-end thing, and for the best streaming, well, I need OBS, and OBS is kind of a dream for me in 4 gigs of RAM. Really, that was it. Not no much hard work. Well, all the errors I faced, some because of my silliness, like those EFI one. Well, that was the VirtualBox one. VirtualBox only problem. Then the next one, well, I will surely update this thing up, and I will just change the scripts, as I saw that they are not allowing you to install Ye as root user. I couldn't even really show you this in after installing Arch before the reboot, because again, as I said, that I couldn't install Ye, so Ye can't also install AUR packages by that time, and AUR packages kind of take some time to install. But it's pretty nice because it's the largest repo. Let's see our XFC environment. Well, that works pretty much great. I have no complaints against the environment. It works so smoothly on a 1 GB RAM system. Not really expected. There's my file manager here. This is a tuners file manager, and yeah, this also works pretty much instant. The power of XFC, it's an exceptional one. Some people hate it because of its UI, but I think that if you can customize it well, it looks good. It looks awesome. I would install KDE here if I got time one day, but for now, not really. These are those whatever stuff. This video might be longer than expected, so I will try to take a cut version of this video for beginner users who just want to just get the work and go. Here all my nonsense talk would not be there. So now it has done installing dependencies. Now it's cloning. Go to directory config. That's by Chris Titus Tech. His GitHub link will be given in the description. He's a pretty famous YouTuber. LXDM, well, we have already installed it, but no problem. It's already up to date. Now we can just log out of this machine and we will see our awesome WM. How to now I don't really know, I'm not so familiar with XFC. Okay, so this is the logout button. Logout. Linux meant XFC is pretty much, it's awesome, to be honest. They have customized it in a good way and looks pretty awesome. And this one, yeah, so this is our awesome WM, and we can just launch our terminal with Ctrl+X. There's flame shot here. I just don't like frame shot, but yes, you can if you like. I just want to run a terminal here. Just press Ctrl+R and I can run a terminal. Not really a big issue. Let's see how much it's taking. The system 243 MB. Well, yeah, not a big difference, but it's nice. It's not bad. This is a pretty much awesome config. To set the wallpaper, Pacman S Fair. Okay, sudo Pacman S Fair. No, actually I should go for nitrogen. Nitrogen I will use unless I'm doing animation backgrounds. I don't really know about this wallpaper managers very much, but yeah, this looks pretty much good. I'm done. Now let's launch nitrogen. Here is nitrogen. Preferences, directories. Let's store an image. Probably we should do it first we add a browser here. This configuration is really awesome, I'm not gonna lie. Take some time. Firefox B. I don't think, okay, so the default browser I guess is not Firefox. Then you can just edit the configuration later. Well, that's not an issue. You can just search an image, arch background. It's a simple configuration with not much of RAM usage or something. If we shut up that flame shot, then probably it will get a more lighter the system. Arch background, well, Arch Linux background. This let me minimize these stuff here first. That's too much. Yeah, so this one I like this one, or maybe there should be better ones. Okay, so let's see what suits me. Yeah, this one not really. Some bluish one. I guess any one of those will work, just work. I would like this one, but its quality is not too great. Let's see for this one. Yeah, save image as. No. Save image. copy image, save image as. This is the problem of virtual machines. Actually not a problem of virtual machines, but in Arch it doesn't really scale auto. It doesn't auto scale. Save it with whatever name we want. So wall style, no logo. Now let's go to this preferences, add, downloads, select, okay, apply. Now did it change our background? I guess it did. Didn't. Okay. Oh, okay, apply this one. Now it changed our background. Yes, it changed our background. Now the resolution I know is horrible. Let's just get one of our resolution. This one probably. Yeah, this one would work. Maybe a more spherical one. This one, yeah. This one should just work. This is just too much time waste on just finding wallpapers. Let's see, preferences, and again select. Okay, selected. It's really hacker. Okay, so I guess that this was the video. We installed Arch Linux. We set the background. It was kind of ugly because of this stuff, but yeah, this was as simple to install Arch. Meet you in the next video. Too much time given in this video. I will try to make another cut of this, but it should be great. Let's go out. See ya. Bye bye.